How is it that a movie that came out 20 years ago still has the best dinosaurs I've ever seen on the big screen? Jurassic Park, 20 years later, it's back on the big screen, the big screen in IMAX 3D. And we'll talk a little bit about the transition to IMAX into 3D in a second, but can I just talk about this movie? Jurassic Park is a classic, and when you sit down and watch it on the big screen with a group of people again, you realize why Spielberg owns audiences. When he's at the top of his game, he knows exactly how to play you, so you are in suspense, you're into these characters, you want them to survive, you want them to get what they want. I mean, it is just, he knows how to put you in a movie. And as I'm sitting here watching this movie with my oldest son, and I'm just reliving this in a movie I've seen probably a dozen times, I'm still just as much into it and engaged, and bravo. This is one of the classics, and for a good reason. Jurassic Park still holds up to this day. And not only that, the effects in this movie hold up. Now, I don't know if they redid them or did some new work on them for this, but they look really good. And it's amazing to me that over 20 years, our CG of giant creatures, like through Godzilla and through King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, and through different things, it hasn't really improved that much. These dinos look really good. Now, if they redid some stuff on that and I didn't know it, then I guess that moots the point a little bit, but I was really impressed. So let's talk about the 3D. Did it need it? No, it's a great movie without it. Was it useful? Yeah, I think so. There are moments in this movie that stand out. For instance, the moment in the tree where you get a sense of the height and the space of what's going on that you just don't get when you watch it in 2D. Some of the landscapes and where the mountains are, the waterfalls, it just adds this sense of dimension that just makes it more beautiful. And I get really mad when people rip on 3D. I know it's kind of annoying to wear the glasses, but man, I'm telling you, an artist, a real artist, can use that tool in new and exciting ways, and this movie, I think, proves it. I think 3D can make almost anything better if it's used wisely and used correctly. Not for shock value, not for a gimmick, but actually to tell the story in a deeper and more dimensional way. I think it works well. Also, on the big screen, it's great to see a movie in IMAX. I really enjoy the bigger dimensions and just kind of being enveloped in that screen. Although I have to say, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd see it on 3D on a regular screen before I'd see it in IMAX and 2D. I think the 3D adds more to it than the giantness of the screen. So that's where I would go with that. Jurassic Park is the movie you know and love from 20 years ago. And if you don't know and love it from 20 years ago, if you've never seen it, my goodness, take advantage of the fact that it's back in theaters and find a way to see these big dinosaurs again.